lecturers, go back to the classes. This is what I would like to have a reply from the speaker today.
What I believe, we must talk to both the federal government and ASU. The two of them must reconcile.
And I have been in America for a while and just came back home. What is the government and our leaders doing in integrating our children abroad back into the system? How do we get back into what is going back here? How are we not going to be treated as foreigners, as strangers, as I have heard that you guys have been gone? Yes, people do go places and come back home. Going places is not a crime. Coming back to your fatherland is not a crime. So could you please enlighten people like me and others that will be around the world hearing you? What is the best way to come back and still feel part of the system and contributing in our lovely nation? Thank you.
Let them come here and adopt and accept. So I want people there to adjust. That is the name of the game, adjustment. Learn to adjust.
Professor Bolaji Akinyemi, who is a member of the Presidential Amnesty Committee, charged with the mandate to seek a permanent solution to the Boko Haram problem. From the hindsight of the on-the-spot experience he had gone through, which he described as not pleasant, asked everyone not to mix religion with politics.
I beg of you, let us keep our politics as our politics and keep our religion as our relationship with our God and not mix the two. Because when you mix the two, you create things you can't control once they get out of hands. Those who created Boko Haram might have thought they were creating something for a limited purpose. Even they have become victims now of Boko Haram. So please, I beg of you.
Special awards were presented to Professor Bolaji Akinyemi, Basharun J.K. Randall, and Governor Abiola Ajimobi. The Independence Lecture to mark Island Club's 70th Founders Anniversary ended with the Island Club Anthem.
The governor of Oyo State, Professor Bolaji Akinyemi, help Ebe! Help Ebe! Help Ebe! Three house cheers to the chairman of Island Club, trustee and head of Island Club, and the great members of Island Club. Help Ebe! Help Ebe! Help Ebe! Long live the Highland Club, long live the Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
The grand finale of the Island Club's 70th anniversary celebration comes up on the 29th of October 2013 with the foundation laying of the multi-story car park by President Goodluck Jonathan with Ebenezer Obey on the bandstand.
"75 years is definitely not a small feat in the life cycle of any person or organization. It is an age that pictures the varied opportunities for a new vista and plans for better and bigger legacies, especially for an organization like the Island Club, which by design was founded on a solid foundation laid for generations for growth and development. To celebrate this remarkable existence of one of Nigeria's prestigious clubs, on Monday, the 29th of October 2018, the Island Club held its 75th anniversary lecture themed Nation Building and Institutional Development, Lessons for Nigeria from the Island Club at 75. The event was held at the Peacock Hall of the Island Club, Onikon, Lagos. The Island Club was founded on the 29th of October 1943 by 50 distinguished gentlemen, both Nigerians and non-Nigerians, at a private residence of an extraordinary and brilliant lawyer, Barrister Omoba Oladipupo Odunsi, at 52 and 54 Taiwo Olowo Street in Tinubu area of Lagos, Nigeria. Among those distinguished gentlemen who founded the Island Club were Sir Adeyemo Alakija, Chief S. Ogbadamosi, Bishop A.W. Howells, V.T. Vox, Ernest S. Ikoli, Chief J.K. Randall, among many others. Sir Adeyemo Alakija was then elected the first chairman of the Island Club with an objective to promote good fellowship and interracial harmony among all races. History has it that the Island Club was the first to set itself as a socially constructive club in the context of a politically desirable goal that is not limited to serving just the recreational needs of the elites. The Island Club, which is Nigeria's premier social club, has surpassed the desire of those great men who sat for the first time in 1943 to not only socialize, but more importantly, challenge the monster called discrimination between the white colonial rulers and the owners of the land, to challenge the authorities who had become very oppressive over the locals. The 75th anniversary lecture had in attendance the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, who represented the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Grand Patron of the Island Club, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari. The Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Mrs. Idiat Olunroti Adebule, represented the Governor of Lagos State and Patron Island Club, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode. The Chairman Island Club, Mr. Olabanjo Ladapo. The Vice Chairman Island Club, Otumba Oladeji Vera Cruz. Vice Chancellor of the Lagos State University, Professor Olanrewaju Fagbohun. Former Lagos State Governor Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was represented by the former Minister of State for Defense, Chief Demola Seriki. Chairman Ikoyi Club, Mr. Babatunde Akinleye. Past President of the Island Club and members of the Board of Trustees of the Island Club. The Alaki of Igbaland, His Royal Majesty Oba Michael Adedotun Gbadebo, was also present. The Oni of Ife, His Imperial Majesty Oba Eniton Adeyeye Ogunwusi, was represented by the Ilerife of Irefe, Oba Fayemi Johnson. The event commenced with the singing of the national anthem, after which the chairman of the Island Club, Mr. Olabanjo Ladapo, gave his welcome address. In his remarks, Mr. Olabanjo Ladapo said the importance of the lecture cannot be overemphasized, as it is very apt considering the state of the nation. He later wished everyone a happy anniversary.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this special lecture cannot be lost on any of us. It is simply in the Island Club's tradition of being the foremost social club in Nigeria and always seizing every critical and strategic moment to interrogate and cause public examination into key elements in our nationhood. Playtime, I wish you well. Thank you very much.
Swiftly afterwards was the goodwill message of the Governor of.
It is a pleasure for me to join you all, distinguished members of the Great Island Club, to celebrate the 75th anniversary of this great club. I felicitate with the President, Chief Olabanji Oladapo, the Grand Patron, Board of Trustees, the elders, and the entire members of the Island Club on this historic occasion. Today, we celebrate the enduring legacy and vision of the founding fathers, whose ideas for the founding of this club was anchored on the need to promote unity among people of diverse background and persuasions. This is aptly encapsulated in the club's vision, which is to promote good fellowship and interracial harmony. Over the years, this club has played and continued to play key roles as a major stakeholders in the social economic development of their state. This occasion, therefore, provides an avenue for us as a government to commend your contributions and selfless service in both public and private capacities towards moving Lagos State forward. On our part as a government, we will continue to accord pride of place to social clubs in the state because we believe they have very important roles to play in ensuring social stability, promoting understanding and cooperation, which are critical to economic growth, prosperity, and general development.
Next was the profile citation of the anniversary guest speaker, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, delivered by the General Secretary of the club, Mr. Omodayo Olomo. In the lecture delivered by the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, on behalf of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he congratulated members of the Island Club on their 75th anniversary celebration. In the lecture, he said as an institution, the club has endured, not without challenges, but despite all, there are many lessons to be learned from its 75 years of existence. He said the first lesson is perhaps the hyperbolic expression that flies around, that Nigeria lacks strong institutions, which he said the Island Club and several other thriving clubs have proven wrong. He noted that many of the institutions in Nigeria existed before the creation of Nigeria and have since become corporate entities, which have risen from very humble beginnings to what we see today.
As an institution, the Island Club has endured, not without challenges, but in spite of them. And there are many lessons for us as a people and a nation to learn from 75 years of history that has been woven into the walls and fabric of this great club. The first is perhaps the lesson which dispels the hyperbolic expression that flies around these days that Nigeria lacks institutions. The Island Club and many other social clubs who have endured over decades put a lie to this kind of uninformed statement. Apart from social clubs and non-governmental institutions, Nigeria has governmental institutions like federal, state, and local governments, and indeed judicial, parliamentary, law enforcement, and other institutions. The fact that we expect more from these institutions, the fact that they may be facing challenges, do not justify the unsupported assertions that they do not exist. Many of them have existed before and indeed after the creation of Nigeria, either as corporate entities, and they have evolved sometimes from very humble beginnings to what they have become today. At some times, they have worked very well. At other times, they have been challenged to give more, but they have never ceased to exist. This is why I said earlier that there is a lot to be learned from the Island Club.
On nation building, he passionately said, to better ourselves and as a nation, the needed change must begin with us, and we must free ourselves from habits that have held us hostage in the past, so as to embrace the promise of a better Nigeria, which beckons ahead.
In order to better our nation and ourselves, we too have to start the change process. We need to free ourselves from habits that have held us hostage in the past so that we can embrace the promise of a better Nigeria which beckons ahead. If an eagle can make a life-saving and life-changing decision at 40, why can't we now? In order to take on a new journey ahead, we need to let go of our negative and limiting beliefs.
Still in the President's address, he highlighted the challenges faced by the present administration and solutions on ground to tackle them. He ended by calling on all to actively participate in playing our roles for the development of our blessed nation, Nigeria.
I believe that these problems can be solved, and our choices are moving us in the right direction, which is forward. Mr. Chairman, members of the Management Committee, eminent body of members, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, like the Island Club, I believe Nigeria must move forward. We must consolidate on progress and seek to achieve more. We cannot afford to go back. This is what I offer and promise, that we work together to build the Nigeria we desire. And I invite all of you to join me, because it is possible, as we consign our difficulties to history and embrace a future of prosperity. Let us consolidate and move forward together, because going back cannot be a choice. Thank you, and God bless the Island Club. Long live the Island Club, and long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Next was the launching of the 75th anniversary brochure of the Island Club.
It's now launched. On behalf of the President and Commander-in-Chief, President Muhammadu Buhari, I launch this 75th anniversary commemorative brochure for a sum which I will advise you after speaking with the President.
Thereafter was the cake cutting exercise.
We cut this cake in felicitation and celebration.
The event was brought to an end with a vote of thanks delivered by the Vice Chairman of the Island Club, Otumba Oladiji Vera Cruz. Still in the mood of celebrating the 75th anniversary of the prestigious Island Club, a gala night was held on Monday, the 29th of October 2018, as members of the club came in their numbers to wine and dine together. The gala night was held at the Peacock Hall of the Island Club. It featured a series of dance sessions. Popular songstress Ayo Balogun was on ground with her band to dish out exclusive vibes as everyone danced all night long. The 75th anniversary of the Island Club also featured the Elders' Night, a special day for the celebration of elders of the club, and a day set aside to honor the deserving members of the club who have served the club meritoriously over the years. Still part of activities to mark the 75th anniversary of the prestigious Island Club, a business lecture tagged Nation Building, Communities, Inclusion and Prosperity was held on Thursday, the 1st of November 2018 at the Peacock Hall of the Island Club, Nikon, Lagos. In attendance at the event was the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, the Chairman, Island Club, Mr. Olabanjo Ladakbo, past Chairman and Member, Board of Trustees of the Island Club, Chief Olumuyiwa Falomo, Chief Femi